Good afternoon, my name is Reina Bocanegra and I'll be speaking to you about nanotechnology. So the National Nanotechnology Initiative defines nanotechnology as the study and application of small particles. The small particles, which are nanometers, are equal to 10 to the negative 9 meters. So that's really small, and the human eye is not capable of seeing particles so small. The scientists that have discovered nanoparticles use special nanometer microscopes to even see the particles that they're developing and using in their work. So far today, we have created 43 different types of nanomaterials based off of what Nanostat has provided. And just to give you a closer look at the nanometer, we will look at this motor speedway in Indianapolis is 1 million times bigger than an ant, which an ant is 1 million times bigger than a nanoparticle. So just imagine how tiny that is in relation to this picture. And then secondly, a single walled carbon nanotube is 100,000 times smaller than a single strand of human hair. And the single strand of human hair is 100,000 times smaller than a house. So that's really small. The three things that nanotechnology can help improve in our society today are medical, environmental, and even apparel. The first that we'll be discussing is the medical field. Jack Euste from the Sandia National Laboratories says that magnetic nanoparticles are desirable for medical imaging, chemical manufacturing, and the development of drugs. Sami Alshal's magnetic particle definition is a synthetic particle that measures from 1 to 100 nanometers in diameter. So just as I had mentioned before, the magnetic nanoparticles are capable of taking images from inside an environment, and that environment can be your body. So these magnetic nanoparticles can be put into a pill that can be ingested by people, and the pill is capable of going through your body and detecting any abnormalities and taking images so that doctors know what's inside and what's going on with your body. This would be particularly helpful when detecting cancer. So the magnetic nanoparticles would be able to go inside the pills would be able to detect the tumors that are inside your body, the cancerous tumors that are inside your body, and then doctors would be able to catch cancer much earlier than we are today. They'll also be able to, once they detect the cancer, once scientists develop the pill to become more powerful, the pill will actually be able to kill off the cancer cells that are inside your body. So that would be extremely helpful in our fight against cancer today. So the second part of society that can be improved by nanotechnology is the environment. So just like I mentioned before, the magnetic nanoparticles can enter environments, and one of the environments that it can enter are bodies of water. The bodies of water that it enters are mostly polluted because of like fertilizers that run off or oil spills, and so these magnetic nanoparticles will be able to extract those from the bodies of water. The most important thing that scientists have been discussing are the oil spills, that the magnetic nanoparticles can extract the oil from the ocean, and this would assist greatly for the marine life that the oil spills affect when those accidents occur. So the third item that I'll be talking to you about today is apparel. Nanotechnology can be sewn, or not nanotechnology, but the nanoparticles can be sewn into the strands of your clothing. So the Pakistan Textile Journal has conducted a lot of research on these nanoparticles, and the silver nanoparticles they discovered can rid of body odor. So the body odor that your body emits, it can kill the bacteria, and then your clothing can last longer because it won't smell as bad, which would result in less use of water, and the clothing would last longer without harming the environment as much. So not only can it kill the bacteria, but it can also find health diagnostics in your body. So the health diagnostics that it can detect are the body temperature, the toxic chemicals that are on your clothing or can become on your clothing, and trauma, so body trauma, when you release the odors that come from traumatic situations, then it would be able to detect that. So this would be extremely helpful in our lives today, as that firefighters are fighting fires, and the the silver nanoparticles that are inside the clothing would be able to tell whether the firefighter is in a safe position or not by telling him or her whether their body temperature is too hot, and that could potentially save lives. And then secondly, the silver nanoparticles can be put into lab scientist coats for when they're working with toxic chemicals, and with chemical spills that would be helpful. It would prevent a lot of injuries. So in conclusion, I showed you how nanotechnology can greatly impact the medicine field, the environmental field, and apparel. And I look forward to the exciting future with nanotechnology. I think that it can make all of our lives much easier in the future.